Okay, everybody, Sagittarius998, Adam, and the daily for today, the 7th of April, is out. It was just out moments ago, so no one else has played it yet, as far as I know. Maybe someone has, but no one has finished it yet, so let's jump in. Bad camera, really bad camera. Looks like South Dakota. Let's go north, or east rather, up the mountain, because there's nothing down the mountain. Of course, the movement is as bad as it was. Not a shocker. Hopefully they fix it soon, because it's really not. It's taking the fun out of 2-level challenges for sure. I mean, the fluid motion was, but this is even worse, because the fluid motion, I mean, you could click, you would still see. Now it's just like, well, you know, fill in 4 minutes of airtime here, because you're not going to see anything or look at anything. It's just, yeah, fill it in until I find some clues. Not really ultimately what this game is about. Now, and the camera is really bad. It certainly doesn't improve it, but it's not like you're going to see much anyway. It weirdly changes from dark to light images. Not sure why. Perhaps they went over this area twice, but there would have been a bigger shift in the images. So I'm not really sure what's happening there, but maybe I'll find out. This looks like it, you know, leads to nowhere as well. Let me just see. Okay, yeah, it continues in a straight line down there, but maybe we'll get something. Otherwise, I'm going to say, you know, South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana area. It certainly looks like that. That is a Montana Adopt a Highway, so I am only going to say Montana. Now, the Montana what? Maybe this is even a U.S. highway. Let's see. I don't think that's a sign, but there's something over there. It might actually be a sign. There's a sign this way. I think that's just it's not an Adopt a Highway, but it's some sort of a slower traffic, keep right. We're going uphill. Okay, this says really blurry. Wilderness. Something wilderness. It looks like. I don't know. No idea. Something wilderness, it looks like. That something would probably be the clue I needed. Now, this is going to be way too blurry to read. Likewise on this side. Okay, 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left. Press on eastward. I mean, I've got a good sense of where this could be. Somewhere in central Montana. You're looking at a few hills. Well, actually, this could be eastern Montana. It's not really mountainous, so it's not the western part. Between central and eastern Montana, that's about a maximum 1,000-point spread. No, really less than that. More of a 500-point spread at most. There we go. Geysir and Great Falls to the northwest. Great Falls is there. So there's Geysir. I'm on the 87. It was a Stanford Wilderness. I started here. Where here? I don't know. That's the creek. That's the road, more like in here somewhere, maybe even, so I was on a straightaway. Okay, so going south, there was a straightaway, and then curve left, and what? And curve right. Curve left, curve right, and curve left again, and right. So that's left, curve left. Interesting. Curve left. So that means Merino Road had to be on the summit somehow. I didn't see anything, but it must have been. And so I was pretty close to. Is there a little lake here? There might actually be. Or might actually be. Let me go with that, because it's, well, yeah, 5,000 points. I did not enjoy it because it was a bad camera. So that's that, but a good start. I didn't think I expected that when I saw a blurry camera in the middle of the plains. Okay, this is the South 41. Where? Not sure yet. Evansville, that's in Kentucky. No, that's in Indiana. Evansville. It's right next to Kentucky, though. We were in Evansville, I think, a few weeks ago. Maybe a couple months ago, actually, now. 41. There's a 41. Belmead Avenue. Belmead Avenue. North of Belmead Avenue, almost to Lincoln Avenue. There's a complex, apartment complex, close to the center of the apartment complex, 10,000 points. Another blurry camera, looks like Montana again, maybe South Dakota again, or not again, but it kind of looks like South Dakota. I see nothing in this direction, as in not that there's nothing here, which is also true. I just don't see anything. It looks like I'm in a dust storm because of the camera quality. Let's take a look at the plate, or not. Blue is a South Dakota plate, which confirms my suspicions. This is South Dakota this time. Not sure if that's better or worse, but it is a South Dakota plate. Let's see. Yeah, not very pleasant to look at, I'm sure, for all the viewers out there, and also for me. But it is what it is. We appear to be on a state route, perhaps a national U.S. highway. We'll find out hopefully soon enough. But it kind of just looks like the Badlands. That's it. Okay, there's a few black screens. In general, it seems like there's less black screens nowadays. Nowadays, as in like today, as compared to other days. Yesterday, same thing. Maybe that part is being phased out, and hopefully the other stuff is also getting phased out. Let's just take a look at the plate. A blue plate, but that's not an actual plate. There's no front plate. That's a white plate. Montana, actually, since this is a 2008 image, then Montana may have had a white plate. I think they used to have a white plate. Now they have the blue plate. If you're ever in a rich neighborhood, you're probably going to find Montana plates, because Montana doesn't have sales tax on the cart, or registration tax rather. So everyone who has, like, you know, Ferraris and you know, Bugattis or whatever, it's very much better for those owners to register cars to a shell company in Montana than to actually register them in the state. Of course, this isn't entirely legal, but it's a loophole that a lot of rich people use to get around paying taxes. Anyway, that's another white plate, I think. I don't know. I mean, right now I don't see the Montana Adopt Highway signs. It looks more like South Dakota, so I'm gonna stick with South Dakota if I don't get anything out of this one. Okay, got a little bit curve action. So it's mile marker 222 going eastbound. I don't remember if there's any eastbound U.S. routes in western South Dakota. There probably are. I'm not going to take the time to look for them at the moment. I'm also not going to turn around because there wasn't really anything in that direction that I'm going to get in a minute 30. So I'm just going to stick it out in this direction, which was probably a bad decision, but I'm still going to do it. Because okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be, in the long run, it's going to be, it's not going to pay out. There's a minute left. I'm not going to get anything in the other direction because I saw there was nothing in the other direction. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's a huge chance of me keeping my perfect score, but are we increasing? We're increasing. So we're 200 miles in. That's interesting, because South Dakota is not that big. So maybe it's not South Dakota. Maybe it is Montana. Maybe it's North. Well, North Dakota is the same size as South Dakota, so scratch that. Okay. But it does not look like Montana. Well, it could be Montana, but I don't see the appropriate markings for Montana. So that means I'm going to go with 28 seconds left. Look, you got to go with Lantry, maybe. Maybe around the Indian reservation. I mean, maybe not. Yeah, sure. Maybe a little bit further east. Since it's miles, not kilometers. Maybe this is not such a bad spot. No, it was Montana. Oh yeah, had I gone the other way, I would have gotten to Jordan. Actually, I would have gotten to 341 really quickly, which is a shame. So it was Montana. Well, okay. No, it was a bad camera. U.S. again. This is a weird sign. Warren County, welcome, established 1797. Okay. So we're in the east somewhere. It's Warren County. Yeah, it is. Mile marker 0. Woodburn Fire District. No idea what state yet. Certified Clean County. It's good. Kentucky, adopt the highway. I don't know where Warren, Kentucky is, though. Kentucky has a lot of counties. 120 some, I believe. There might be more. I don't remember. I know I was doing the county maps for political maps recently, so I went through all the counties. And yeah, Kentucky has a lot. There's also a surprisingly large portion of Kentucky that has pretty much never voted Democrat, or hasn't voted Democrat since the Civil War, which I thought was interesting. Because, you know, a lot of the more southern states, I mean, Kentucky's not, it's kind of a southern state, not really. It's kind of like Maryland, you know? It's like parts of Maryland are southern, parts of Maryland are more, you know, just, you know, mid-Atlantic, whatever you may call it, northern, but it's one of those states. And still, there's a surprising, I mean, those are abolitionist areas, because the Republican Party used to be the abolitionist party, and then basically the party of non, you know, racist Southerners. And so those areas probably that just didn't have many, it didn't have unions, and it didn't have large former plantations where, you know, the old slave-owning Southerners would vote for Democrats, and now those areas probably don't have any of them, so they're Republican voting areas, and now the Republican voting areas again, even when there was a flip of ideas between the parties. Anyway, we're still rolling along in Warren County, Kentucky, finally coming up to maybe something. The 240 and a blurry camera. There we go. 240, Kentucky 240, and the 331W towards the 65. The 31W runs along the 65. That's the 75. That's the 65. 31W and the 240 Woodburn. Started somewhere down there. Actually, let's go up this way. So I think there was some crossroad here. Maybe not. Maybe that's there, and then Car Road would be on the left. If I see Car Road, I got the right general location. What's happening to the road there? It curves left. This is not what this is doing. Let me go south. Got a minute 30. I can afford to go south. south. It definitely curves left eventually. And then first there's a crossroad, maybe, or it's a driveway. There's a crossroad. Good. Hopefully, actually. This could be a paved driveway. No, it's the Triple K construction. I would not name a company Triple K. Just saying. Franklin, just, you know, I mean, at least it's not called the KKK construction, but still. Even then, I know, like, in Wisconsin, there was a County Road KKK, which they decommissioned it, technically. So that's known as the Triple K Road. But still, it's like, I mean, what are you hiding? Like, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's not staring at your face obvious, but it's still pretty obvious what this was called at one point, you know? It's really not... I would just not suggest... we're a lot further north than I thought we were. We're here, then. Yeah, it just, you know, everyone knows what the road or what your business is actually called. Surprisingly, that's 5,000 points. Okay, yeah, nice location. Not, actually, this looks like Canada, which should be interesting. As, well, we got an interesting seed today, if so. Yeah, it definitely looks like BC and not, definitely looks like BC and not Sweden or Finland. So now just question of, the other way almost kind of looked better. Even though this way has the dust, and usually you would go in the direction of the dust, the other direction looked better. But I think that's only because there was a clearing before the river. And it probably doesn't cross the river, it just, you know, goes alongside the river. So I'm not going to go in that direction yet. I'm going to stick to this for a little while. Maybe with a minute left I'll switch if need be. Okay, so we got... What do we have here? We have a big intersection. Maybe not super big, but big enough. Fire ban in effect. And that's done, is it? It is done. Which is kind of weird. Okay, I guess this is I don't know, they came in from this direction as we're going, went back down there, and then the image was actually taken when they were coming back up. It could be. Yeah, that river thing didn't pan out for very long. But something else maybe will pan out here. Within the next 3 minutes, so plenty of time to get something out of this. It looks like British Columbia. Not too much dirt road action in Alberta. Not too much mountain action in Alberta also, other than by Canmore and Banff, which there's not too many dirt roads mapped there. British Columbia has more, from my experience, so the guess would definitely go in British Columbia right now, if I were to do that. Coming up to something here. No, not really. Maximum 30, yeah. Okay, so it is Canada, although 30 is really low. In kilometers, that's really low. But I don't think it's, I mean, that's not a US speed sign, unless it's Oregon, and, well, you know. Although those don't say maximum, they say speed. Canadian ones say maximum. So it is probably Canada. It also does not look super like Oregon. That's a white plate. That's a maple leaf. I think I can safely say it's Canada. And British Columbia has white plates. Alberta also has white plates, so that doesn't help. Okay, minute 50. Coming up to something here, yeah. Something quite significant here. I don't know what our road is called. Terroro. Okay. Terroro. This is The Waiparas Valley Road. Waiparas Valley Road, and then I'm on, I don't know, but I came from the Waiparas Valley Road. And it's beautiful landscape. Just, yeah, it's unfortunate with the new movement, I can't enjoy the landscape. I barely see this. It's like a continuous bad camera. I think Frog described it that way. It's basically like a non-stop bad camera. Which is a shame, because in places like this, the reason why, one of the reasons why, it is Alberta actually. The reasons why, I actually play Geoguessr is to see all these places, not just to compete. And that part of it's pretty much taken away now. So North Ghost, no idea where this is, by the way. Somewhere in Banff. Putting it there shouldn't be too bad. It might be off the 93. It might be off the 93. Well, whatever. 0. Oh, it was further this way. I came to the Forestry Trunk Road, which was actually the Alberta 40. Had I gone north, maybe I would have gotten to the 579. Maybe. I don't know. But that was still pretty close. I would not have expected outside of the green, though. That was interesting. I enjoyed that location. 23,732 is not a phenomenal score, but there's 3 perfect scores, which is not bad at all. Weird seed, 2 Montana locations, almost 2 Kentucky locations, and then Alberta, and it's a world challenge. Not too much of the world covered today, but very fun. Honestly, even the bad cameras today were kind of fun, or at least interesting locations. Fun. It's never. There's a bad camera. It's never really fun, but it is what it is. That's what Geoguessr gives us, and that's what I had to work with. No perfect score yet with the new movement, and I don't necessarily foresee that happening ever. Hopefully, it changes so that we get the older. At least the regular fluid motion was fine. But anyway, until next time, see you.